Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke. And this will be incomplete.
Locke's pass incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all to score on EA Sports.
14.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Locke now on 1st down. This is Hamler on the receiving end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
From the gun, it's Locke. Flushed out right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They'll try and run forward with Lindsey. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Fred, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they hit. It to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Shotgun snap to Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. He'll buy some time right. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
First down, Jacksonville.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll run here on third and goal. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a fourth and goal.
And goal at the 1-yard line.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's the fullback as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Score Jaguars 21, Broncos 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
From the 21, it's second and 10. A final shot before half for Locke. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. At the 23, it's second and 12. Block off a play action. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Operating from the gun. Locke. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Lambo on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
28. Broncos 14. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run by Lindsey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's good.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Open man Hamler, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
KJ Hamler.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Locke. And that's incomplete.
Locke's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
That's good.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st and 10 at the 45.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
For Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Michael O.J. Mudia with the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Dancing to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. K'Lavon Chaisson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's now 3rd down.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Operating from the gun. Locke, he'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Quarter of play with the score Jaguars 28.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Number 29.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number one stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Number 29.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of play it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw here. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Yards to go.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On a jet sweep, here's Westbrook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And Lambo will put this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
31.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The tackle.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
It's now
From the gun, Lock.
at the 29.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now. In these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Lead to Cortland Sutton. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 61 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw is Locke. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Lindsey. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down.
It's a turnover on downs.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
No gain on the play. Second.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And it's 3rd down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line.
The tackle made at his own 5-yard line.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Rush comes and they block it. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Ones that we don't consider big at the time, then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
That keeps the score. Jaguars 31, Broncos 28.
Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for Jacksonville, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start.